So now, still thinking about perpendicular lines, I want to see how we can identify when two lines are perpendicular. So I've got a question here, right? I have two lines, and I want to know, are they perpendicular to each other? And you remember our definition, right? Our definition says two lines are perpendicular if and only if their slopes are negative reciprocals of each other. So to answer this question, all I need to do is find the slopes of these two lines. We can do that, right? Starting with this first one here, 3x plus 2y. I'm going to put this in the slope-intercept form. I'm going to solve it for y. So this is 2y equals negative 3x plus 5, and then divide everything by 2. Y is negative 3 halves x plus 5 halves. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the second line. I'm going to scoot over just a little bit here so they don't get too close, too crowded. This gives me 6y equals positive 4x plus 7, or y equals 4/6 x plus 7/6, and then I got to reduce that fraction, right? So this is 2/3 x plus 7/6. Now I can compare the slopes. The slope of my first line over here is negative 3 halves, and the slope of the second line is 2/3, and those two numbers are negative reciprocals of each other. They have opposite signs, and the number parts are flipped over, 3 halves versus 2/3. So my answer here would be these lines are perpendicular. Right, so I've got kind of a related question, right? I want to find the equation of the line parallel to this line here, and that passes through the point 3, 2. All right, remember how I find the equation of the line? We need two things. We need the slope of the line, and we need a point on the line. Well, we already have a point, so that's good. Now I need to find the slope of this thing. And this is actually the equation that I used on the last slide, right? So I cheated a little. Remember that the equation in the slope-intercept form was y equals negative 3 halves x plus 5 halves. So the slope of this line is negative 3 halves, which means the slope of the line perpendicular to it is the negative reciprocal. Change the sign and flip the numbers over. And that's all I need. Now I have the slope and a point that's not the y-intercept, right? So because it's not the y-intercept, I'm going to go to the point slope form of the equation of the line and put these numbers in. I'm going to put 2 in for y1, and I'm going to put 2/3 in for the slope, x minus 3, and now it's just a little cleanup. I distribute the 2/3 here. Y minus 2 equals 2/3 x minus 3 times 2/3. Well, those 3's are going to cancel, and this is just minus 2. And finally, add 2 to both sides. Y equals 2/3 x minus 2 plus 2. Over here on the right side is 0, so this is it. That's my final answer. That is the equation of the line through the point 3, 2, and that is perpendicular to the given line.